vitamins in my teeth.
Rolling.
Excuse me. Oh man, I mean, what is that? A Datsun? A Pinto? Let's get into this shit they don't take. Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel, Snatural Remedies Save My Life. My name is Summer Martin. This week's video is going to be about the 7 chemotherapy side effects they don't tell you about. And when we hear chemotherapy, what do we know? You're going to be nauseous, you're going to lose your hair, and you're going to be sick, you're not going to have energy. But I didn't hear about all this other stuff, so I just want to put you guys up on game. I'm going to give you guys the juice. But before I do, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's get going. Side effect number 1 they don't tell you about. Now, this is for all my ladies out there. Fellas, I'll be back to you guys in a second. The moment I started getting chemotherapy, I started bleeding. I know. We always have our cycle. I mean, every month, it's no, secret. We're gonna bleed every month for at least a week. But this was every single day. I couldn't tell the difference between my menstrual cycle coming and whatever the hell else this was going on. And when I say bleeding, I'm not talking about spotting a little bit or a little light flow. I'm talking medium to large flow. And it was kind of weird because it wasn't just blood, it was also flesh coming out. We got a problem here? I'm just starting off with the grabs. I'm just hitting you guys with the pa. We have to do it. It was flesh literally coming out of my body every day. And this lasted for the first 6 months while I was on chemotherapy. And remember, you guys, if you saw my video before about my journey, I was on chemotherapy for 2.5 years. I was at my OBGYN, like, something is wrong. We got ultrasounds. I did multiple ultrasounds. Nothing's wrong. Your fallopian tubes are fine. Your uterus is not falling out, although it felt that way. Long story short, that lasted for the first 6 months. And then after that, I only experienced bleeding if I tried to have sexual intercourse. So again, ladies, if you're in a relationship or if you just, still trying to get your groove on while you're on chemotherapy, which, hey, gotta have a personal life too, you might experience a little bit of bleeding during that time. If this happens to you, a natural remedy to kind of get rid of that is to not drink citrus. Your system is really, really sensitive and everything internally is kind of being, I hate to say, killed down, but all of your tissues and all that flesh inside that's normally healthy and normally strong to hold things together is being affected by this medicine. So you don't want to put really, really strong foods into your body, even if it's healthy. I believe that was the major cause. Once I backed off the citrus, then the bleeding stopped. Side effect number 2, memory loss. Like, nobody told me I was gonna wake up dumb as from chemotherapy. It was like waking up dyslexic all of a sudden. Reading was challenging, learning was challenging, remembering anything was challenging. My short-term memory was horrible. I'd be in the middle of a conversation just like this talking and what was I saying? This car just won't leave me alone. Wait, where am I? Hold on, excuse me. What am I doing? Oh, okay, yeah. Nurses, doctors, I don't know if that's from the chemo. Like, no, it's from the chemo. I have a great memory, okay? One of the ways that I remedied that was ginseng. If you can get a hold of some Korean red ginseng, and these are a few of the Korean red ginsengs that I love that are my favorite. Oh, it was a lifesaver. It helped keep my brain sharp. I still struggle with memory loss, but boy, I mean, it took out like 80% of the memory loss that I struggle with. Another thing that helped me was XCT oil. Get that oil into your system, and I would do about 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons in my tea in the morning. Right after you have your lunch, have your XCT oil and some tea, and let me tell you, it's a lifesaver. Another remedy for memory loss is reading. Any little tools that help with brain function, it's gonna really go a long way. Side effect number 3, your skin is about to get so thin, it ain't even funny, it's scary. Your skin gets so thin on chemotherapy, you can't wear jeans, belt buckles, anything that's tight on your skin, anything that has an inseam, anything that's gonna rub, you do not want to wear. Stay away from tight clothing while you're on chemotherapy. And I just stopped wearing underwear, period. I was just like, forget it. I don't wear underwear, I don't wear bras. It had to be baggy, loose sweats. baggy, loose, soft material. So that is how you will remedy helping that skin. And again, if you stay away from citrus products and if you stay away from products that have hyaluronic acid, those sorts of things. I mean, I couldn't even use my regular face wash. Now the products that I did use that really did help me, and this is a real general one. Dove soap for sensitive skin, unscented of course, was my savior. So I washed my face and my body with my Dove soap. And as far as moisturizer was concerned, I just use aloe vera gel and some tea tree oil. That's it. Side effect number 4, weight gain. And it happens fast. And I was like, whoa. Like, what is going on? I'm walking around with a postpartum baby body and I ain't had no baby. Like, where's my reward? Where's my baby? I know. Everybody's like, but how? Like, you're sick, you can't eat, you're always throwing up. And we see chemotherapy patients and they're frail and they're thin. And yeah, that's just a small portion of people you see on chemotherapy. Most of us who are on chemotherapy, they're also gonna put you on steroids. Between the steroids and the chemotherapy, it just swells you up so bad. I mean, your whole face, your cheeks, everything, you swell up. Again, if you watch my journey video, then you know I gained 65, 70 pounds while I was on chemotherapy. Like, I gained a lot of weight, guys, a lot of weight. If you're on chemotherapy, get into some cocoa butter, get into your shea butters. You can keep everything nice and sexy and nice and natural. If you keep your nice butters and keep yourself all buttered up, you have to worry about getting stretch marks and all that stuff, because it will happen, or excuse me, it happened to me. Chemotherapy side effect number 5. They did not tell me that my veins were going to shrink and down there collapse after getting so many treatments, okay? You start running out of veins in this bitch. What happens is your veins start to get scar tissue in them. And so they can't get the needle up there because of all the scar tissue on your veins. They offer you a few different options. One was to put a stent in your chest. Bruh. And that is when they pretty much put this little device that's about this size, maybe this wide, and they cut a hole here. Bruh. And they stick that bad boy underneath the chest, and it's an outlet for them to kind of come in every single time. It actually connects to your main artery there, so every time they draw blood or every time they give you medicine, they no longer have to worry about your veins. They just go straight into this stent and then you're good to go. They also do vein catheters as well. I'm just gonna keep it real. That shit was not an option for me. I was not about that life. I was not about the stent life, and I definitely wasn't about to get the vein catheters because those were so painful. I ended up doing a peripheral venous stent in my arm, which means they take an ultrasound machine and they go up into your muscle to find the vein. So painful, I can't even express. But I, in my own ignorance, would rather go through that pain than to have them cut on me. That is really big when it comes to your veins. They really don't talk to you and let you know that eventually you're gonna have some vein problems if you're on chemotherapy for long periods of time. So I just wanted to give you guys a side effect that nobody told me about. If you like what you're hearing so far, click that like button because we got a few more to go. Chemotherapy side effect number 6 they don't tell you about. Now, we talk about hair loss all the time, but what they don't tell you is that not only do you lose your hair, but the texture of your hair is going to change. As my hair was growing back, it was not the same texture anymore. It was just not soft, just extremely dry. It was almost like burned hair growing back. One of my remedies to that was get some good oils into your hair. I have some links below on the products that I use on my hair to really re-nourish it back again. So when your hair is growing back, it's growing back through follicles that are really damaged. So even if you lose all of your hair, I would really encourage people to still really massage your scalp, and whatever you have left, wherever you have hair growth at, just really massage it with some good oils. I learned about CHEBE powder, and it comes from Chad, Africa, and I used to boil it and boil it in like oils with vitamin E oil, with coconut oil, castor oil, argan oil, any oils that you can use. Definitely take care of your scalp. Again, they don't tell you about your hair texture changing. They're gonna tell you you're gonna lose your hair, but when it comes back, it's just not quite the same. Chemotherapy side effect number 7 they don't tell you about. I was blind. My eyesight was coming in and out. It was blurry. I was seeing all kind of little polka dots all the time. It was just weird. And one of the things that I wish I did early on was go get a pair of glasses. especially if you're driving around. You're gonna need some glasses, so get to an optometrist. Get your eyes checked. Hopefully you don't, but if you do, and if you are on chemotherapy and you're wondering like, man, I'm squinting a lot, go get some glasses. So that's my video. I hope you guys are not experiencing these side effects, but just in case you do, and just in case you're coming up on therapy, write them down. Trust me, it's gonna save you a lot of heartache. Click the like button. Please subscribe. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will be back next week with another video. Peace and blessings. Yay. Oh, you know what? I have to start over. My bad.
Cut.